Very good evening, everyone from Sneak Kriya Foundation. Today, we are here with Mr. Praveen Kumar for the question answer session. He is the founder of Autism Parent Hub, and I welcome him for the question answer session. Sneak Kriya Foundation is Special Needs Integration Center. We are here to educate parent and develop their perspective towards the right kind of a direction. We are based in Nagpur. Sir, we can start.
Hi, everybody. My name is Praveen. I'm a parent. I'm the founder of Autism Parents Hub. I'm running this group from 2014. And we have around 10,000 parents. And what we do is we share the resources, we share the knowledge, we share the pain, we share the emotion. Will have like emotional and technical and all kinds of support. We have some senior parents who really guide us in a right direction. Since this is like a lifelong journey, so we all have to hold our hands and do this journey until we reach the destination. So our motto is, there is no medicine or magic or miracle to come out of this. The only thing is early childhood education, early intervention, therapies, parent support, love, affection, and positive approach makes us more happy in terms of family, in terms of the children. So that is our motto. And you can ask me the questions. I will try to answer as a parent perspective. If I don't know the answer, I will try to find out from other senior parents and we can share. So yeah, please go ahead. Whatever the questions you have.
I think one by one, you can raise your hands and then I can unmute them and we can start questioning. First question, Aparna, you can ask. You can unmute yourself and ask.
Ma'am, the sir is founder of what?
Oh, it's I think a child is logged in. Next question we can take from Neetu.
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, hi Neetu.
Hi, sir. Last time I asked you one question, sir, about my son, that he vomits in the park whenever he meets the kids during. But I was not able to connect to you again. And my second question is that as a parent, when there is no sibling, how you protect your child future in financial way. As you are advocate also, I'm following you from past 4-5 years, and I'm very happy to see all the guidance you give, the 23 points which you have given especially.
Yeah, okay, Neetu, the first question is regarding the vomiting while going to the park. So I need to understand, like, is it because of his anxiety or because of any smells or because of anything going on before and after? So if you can take some notes for like a 10 to 15 days, try different timings in taking to the park and try to show him the pictures of the park, videos of the park, and show him like as a social story that beta, we are going to the park, and try to control your anxiety. And if you need something, I will definitely help you, and give him some lemon water or some kind of the anti vomiting sensation. So you can check with your pediatrician or any doctor in the group and see what can make the controlling of vomiting. So there might be several reasons. Until we found what the reason is, we cannot help the child. So the better way is start with different timings, show the pictures, show the videos of the park, and take a video of himself while he's playing in the park. Look, you are playing in the park. Park is a place where all the children will go and have fun. So try to be in the positive side. And if he's still doing it, and see if you can give some lemon to smell, or something which like a vanilla or cinnamon in a small glass jar, and make him smell those, and see if you can distract him in terms of that vomiting sensation.
Okay.
But try in different timings and less, like when take him to the park when there are very less crowd and less sounds and more calming environment. Okay, that is the first thing. And second question is,
yes, sir.
That is the second question is for everybody, not only for special needs children, it is for anybody. So what you can do is, since he doesn't have the sibling, and do you have any cousins, friends in your community or in your neighbors and your relatives, Neetu?
Yeah, I do have, sir.
Okay, what I want you to do is make a list of all those people and see who is better after Neetu for your child. Okay?
But everybody will be after the money only, na? This is my concern.
Hold on.
This is the problem.
Yeah. So for that, what you need to do is see if you can have a permanent life insurance. Like once you pass away, your child will have more financial freedom. Because if we have money, people won't have that much of burden to take care of children. They don't need to take care of our children. If you make your child functional, by the time you pass away from this world, if they can take care of themselves, then if they have some money to feed themselves, to support themselves every month, even the government, the local government or the local rehabilitation centers or any of your friends or cousins can become the guardian. It's like they are not going to take your money. Just they have to support them, like where the child is, how he is doing, does he need any help with health or any food, is he doing fine with his current living status, so all those things. But I want you, don't see the negative side. Talk to the friends. Since you, how old are you? You might be 30 plus or 20 plus. So you're going to live for 50 more years. See on the positive side.
So 38.
Yeah, so I don't want your age, Neetu, but I want you to live for next 30, 40 years very healthy. Okay, so reduce the risk of health issues like diabetes, cholesterol, back pain, chronic disorders, all those things, and maintain a good healthy lifestyle and talk to yourself every day like, I need my healthy life for my child for the next 30 years. So keep away all the negative sides and be healthy, and see if you have like a family, the closed family, like I don't know whether you how your marital status. So you, your husband, your sisters, and his brothers. So find some people and make sure that they interact, they understand your child more, and always write the notes that whether you have a safety locker in the bank, how much money you have in the bank, what are the life insurance things, and how much gold you have. Write it in a paper and put it in your bag all the time. And then write the needs of your child also. Like your child wake up in the morning like this, and he likes this food, he doesn't like this food, he has these allergies, he has these medications, and his personal doctor, and my cousin will help him. Write down all the notes and evaluate for every 3 months. Like take off and then write one more paper. So once something happens to you, then immediately that paper is going to help your child. And then, if possible, write a will with the help of any lawyers who can help you, or Harshali can help you because she knows many people in the SNCC Foundation, like about how to do the guardianship or how to write the will and all those things. But be on the positive side. You are not going to die tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I pray to God, and you will have all the blessings from the Mother Nature. You will definitely live for the next 30, 40 years very healthy. By that time, your child will be 40 plus, and things will change a lot in the next 20, 30 years.
Thank you, sir. Okay, and one more thing, question is like, does the child can operate? Is there any, like, we make a bank account or something? Is there anything possible for the kids, our kids?
That depends, again, that depends on the skills what your child has, like money management. Nowadays, he doesn't need to use the currency because all the credit cards and debit cards are there. So you can, if he's really functional with and academic skills with all the financial management. How old is your kid, Neetu?
So right now he's 9.5 years old.
Oh yeah, he has a long time to go. Don't worry, Neetu. You keep teaching him all the money skills.
Okay.
And when you go to the shop, give the debit card to him or credit card to him. Ask him to swipe. And then you can put a limit.
I'm doing all the 23 points and the other guidance which you have taught in APH because that has helped me a lot.
Thank you, Neetu. Keep doing the same job what you do. Always remember, write like 5 to 6 goals and keep working on that. Like for example, if my son is 16 and he's really struggling in the school environment these days because of the distraction between this COVID and after COVID and before COVID. But since I know my child, I'm telling the teachers that give him a break, take him to bathroom to wash his face, give him some fidgeting items, give him the iPad. So once you know your child, you can guide the therapist and you can guide the teachers also. Okay, yeah.
Thank you, sir, for your help. Thank you.
Do this, Neetu, and then call me back, and we'll find a solution for that vomiting.
Sure,
okay.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you,
sir.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Yes. Next question is from Anuj.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Yeah. My name is Anuj.
Hi, Anuj.
Sir, 2 questions. I will continue with our last discussion when you guided us like to fix up the picture in everywhere in the house. You know, where the child can correlate the things. So I have one question, although I have fixed up some of the pictures. So shall I fix up the pictures of our kid or the items which are, there in that particular room? Like last time you guided us like if it is a bedroom, right? So I have to fix up the picture, which is like my son is sleeping in that room, or it is the things are there in the bedroom. Like bed,
everything connected to that room. For example, if it is a bathroom, on the bathroom door, write the word bathroom and paste it on as a sticker on the bathroom. Okay. So he has to understand that this is bathroom, and then once he go inside, he should see the pictures of shampoo, and then write the word shampoo. Paste, everything, and then put the pictures of your child brushing his teeth, wrapping the towel and everything. So tell him like time to go for bath, and once you finish the bath, you have to wrap the towel. See, you are wrapping the towel in the picture.
Right. Understood, sir. Understood. And second question is, sir, last time I talked to you like I'm working on identification of color and shape from last couple of years, if you remember. So, of course, I'm using, multiple ways to teach him about colors and shapes. Even a lot of therapists are also working on his shape and color IDs and all. But he's not getting any progress on that. So, shall I find out like if there is any other challenge, like put some other intellectual disability and something like that, I am not able to, find out the right way.
No, Anuj, don't come to a conclusion. This is the problem with our parents, because we expect the results very faster, and we feel down or we go into something else, talking about other technicalities. So I want to come back to the basics again, that why it is not working. Have you tried only matching the colors, like a red, like something like a red crayon, yellow crayon, red ball, yellow ball, white cloth. Have you tried that matching the same color?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So can he match the colors?
Sir, I feel like every time he guesses, wherever.
No. Listen, Anuj. It's not, I'm talking about. Are you going hand to hand like, beta, this is red ball and this is red ball. Can you put these red balls in this box? Have you tried that matching?
Okay. I tried like, match red, something like
No. Like do the hand to hand. What you need to do is don't put in a situation that you are training him or teaching him. Put in a situation that come, let's play.
Okay.
So what you need to do is take a yellow paper, white paper, red paper, like that, red ball, white ball, yellow ball. Do with only 2 colors at the same time. Don't go with 7 colors or 8 colors. Start with 2 primary colors.
Okay, sir.
And keep practicing until he find that, oh, I am matching this color. I am not trying to identify this color.
Okay.
So what happens
Sir,
to the
excuse
children's
me.
brain is they can do only one thing at a time. When you ask them, what is this? What do you mean by this? Can you find this? Which, where, who? All these questions will make them confused. So only use two words: match, red color. You stress that word red, yellow, yellow. You do it, and then he will follow you. You do it, he will follow you. Slowly you come back, like take off your hands and then hold his hands and see, beta, look at this red one matching. And then take off your hands again. And then put your hands on his back and try to prompt him that, see, you take the red one, like show in the air, like your hand like this, and then ask him to match. So once he's comfortable in matching, keep praising him like, hey, you did a wonderful job. Hey, you found the red color. You found. Once he did it, add one more color. Add one more color. So once matching is over, then you will go for identification. Okay, Anuj?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I got it.
Sir,
Sir.
excuse
I'll
me.
try.
Don't try for like 5 or 6 days. I want you to try at least
Excuse
for 1
me.
month.
Fine. But sir, it's not like that. No one has tried this, because in last 3 years, I have gone to multiple therapists, professional therapists.
Anuj, we
Yes,
are
sir.
not here.
Yes.
We are not here as a parents, not to discuss about therapists and therapists. We are here to discuss about the practical solutions which can be adaptable for our children, because we know our children better.
Understood, sir. Yes, you are right. Absolutely right, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
yes.
go to the therapist. Gentlemen, I am working on this colors matching only for red and yellow. So could you please do the same thing with your therapy ideas?
Okay, sir. Okay.
So he will be doing the same thing in the therapy, and you will be doing the same thing in therapy. And what I want you to do is always you lead. Don't make a therapist or a doctor lead for you. You become the lead for your child.
Okay, sir.
If you are dependent on therapies, all done. Nobody can help you. You become the lead. Father or mother will be the leader of all the resources. You are doing the war. All the weapons in the war are therapies, resources, internet, iPad, books, laptop, toys, professionals, OT, whatever it is. All this becomes a weapon, but you have to do the war to win this war for your child, to make him more happy and more comfortable. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, next question, Harshali.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll
no
work on
problem,
that
Anuj.
and come back to you, sir.
Yeah, sure, definitely. We'll find an answer, Anuj. Don't worry.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
So Shri, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Hello, sir. Good evening. Sir, good evening. This is Sushri.
Yes.
Sir, actually, my question is, sir, my son is always like to jump on sofa or else couch or else recliner or else on the bed. He is moving like round and round on mattresses. Basically, he is doing so that I ordered a hopping ball, but he can do for a long time, like full day, he can hop on that ball. So is it like SI need or something else I can do? This is my first question.
Sushri,
And
how
second one
old
is
is...
like he is not socializing with anyone. So
Sushri, hold on.
okay,
Sushri,
he
how
is 5
old is your child?
Yes, sir.
How old is your child?
He is 5 years, 5 months. 5 months running. Yes, sir.
5 years, 5 months. Yeah. So, yeah, can you go on mute? I'll tell you
Yes,
what the reason is. Okay. So, Shri, what happens is, any child between 1 to 5, once they start walking, once they start running, they try to explore the environment, jumping on the couch. You know, you go to anybody's house who has child with 3 to 5 years old. What they do is they'll keep jumping on the couch, they'll jumping on the bed. That is one kind of fun. You know, there is a rhyme also, like 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed, 1 little monkey fell down, and then mama called the doctor, you know, all those. So our children are like monkeys. They have to jump, they have to scream, they have to run, they have to go round and round. That is the way they burn their energy. That is the first thing. Second thing is, he is getting bored, like he's not getting anything to do. So that is why he's not doing anything at home. So what I want you to do is check your environment, home environment. Is it a play-friendly environment? Have you tried giving him some balloons, some bubbles, some puzzles, like any of the interactive toys, any of the friendly, what do you call, play-friendly environment, like a Play-Doh, anything. What exactly you are feeding him in terms of interaction, play, and support. So if you don't give any of those, I'll connect the same thing with you. If I take you to a place where you don't know the people, where you don't understand the environment, where you are getting really bored, what do? That is what your child is doing today. He is not getting socialized because he doesn't have the communication. He doesn't have the confidence. So I want you to try the 23 points, which says that put all the pictures, put some mirrors at the life-size mirrors in your house, put some music. When he is jumping, put some music and ask him like jump for the music. So you can change the pattern of his behaviors with intervention. You know what is intervention? Like when you are bringing an animal, like a dog or a cat or any pet animal or any wild animal also. So how do you make the animal listen to you? Because you intervene, you support, you play, you understand. So I want you to do those things and change your house environment as a play environment, friendly environment, adaptive environment, and visual environment. Put some like for every 1 hour, see if you can interact with your child for 1 minute. Ask him to play with the balloons. If he is not playing, you take some balloons, you keep playing, hitting those balloons in the air. He will look at you, he will watch you. Okay? Try to see if he can interact with you for at least for 1 minute in the whole day.
Sir,
you don't need to play with him for the whole day. Just try 1 minute. If he comes to you for 1 minute.
Sir, I need to say something. Actually, my whole day is routine like that. We do coloring and cutting and gluing, pasting, all these things, and so many things we are doing. But from last 1 month, I have relatives in my home, and I think that's the reason he is not getting socializing with anyone.
This is the problem, Sushri. What we do is we always look for something else, like our relatives came. Relatives will come and go. But what you need to tell them is, this is the time I need to help my child. So I cannot change the schedule for him. So because he's a slow learner, and put your time yourself for your relatives for some couple of hours, but do not skip whatever the schedule you have for your child. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we should not look for excuses, Sushri. We have to work for our child at least 5 minutes for every 1 hour. So it will be like total 8 hours a day time. So 5 minutes means 40 minutes. So if a mother can work for 40 minutes, if a father can work for 40 minutes, that is enough for any child to pick up the functional skills, to pick up the play skills, to pick up the communication skills.
Yes,
okay?
Sir. Yes, sir.
3 things remember. Put an individual education plan at home, put an activity-based plan at home, put a behavior modification plan at home, put a functional-based plan at home. So in the individual education plan, you can teach him numbers, shapes, colors, vegetables, fruits, anything related to his education, either an academic education or any kind of his like play, anything like. And then activity-based plan, like bike riding or swimming or jumping, basketball, baseball, cricket, ball catch and throw, kicking the ball, even doing the jumping jacks, dancing, any activities for 5 minutes. And then you put a functional behavior modification plan. Behavior modification is, if a relatives come, you have to tell them like, beta, we have relatives coming. you need to do this. So do not, if you have any problem, come to me. If they are asking you any questions, you come to me. And if you are going outside, you tell them that, you tell the child that, show the pictures, show the videos, and tell them like how you are going to behave there, like social. Don't sit on, like if you have like a girl child of 11 or 12-year-old, we have to tell her that do not go sit with the strangers. So all these are behavior modification plan. This is, all these three are different for every child. Every child is different for these three. So we have to understand their abilities. We have to understand their concerns. We have to understand where the child is looking for help and support and what are your primary concerns. So you have to make a plan, write it in the paper, go, okay, I'm working on the toilet training. Oh, it is not working. So how to make our child toilet trained? I have to work on his brushing skills. So let us see the videos. Let us talk to Praveen. Let us talk to Harshali. Let us talk to some other parents. I want to teach my child how to take bath. I want to teach my child how to put the shorts, underpants on, shirts on. So you have to make a list of all the things and then make a plan for yourself. So that will help you in a right direction for the next 3 months to 3 years, because you learn a lot while going in the journey. In the same thing, the functional development. Like, I don't know how many children are sleeping right now in India, because it's almost like getting 10 o'clock there. So every child has to go lie on the bed by 9:30. So if they are not doing it, means you have to start working from today. What we are doing is we are just postponing the problems we face every day. We don't make our children go to bed by 9 o'clock. There are several options, there are several solutions, there are several strategies to get a sleep pattern for our child. So first, to work on the sleep patterns. Sleep pattern, without breaking the sleep patterns, without putting the sleep patterns for your child, whatever you do will be a zero tomorrow. I'm telling you one more time. If your child is not going early to the bed, whatever you are doing today, that will be zero tomorrow. Because sleep increases the focus, sleep increases the attention, sleep decreases the meltdowns, sleep decreases the tantrums, sleep decreases the frustration. Sleep makes more happy. So make your child sleep at least for 8 hours, or at least they have to be on the bed. If they are not sleeping, go lie next to them, take a book and read, or just keep patting on the back, sing songs, put some music. But they have to be on the bed by 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir. My son is going to bed by 9, and he used to read one page Hindi and one page English, any rhymes or any story.
Good job,
like
Sushi.
And after that, by 10, but he has a very sound sleep. From 10 to morning 8 or 9, he can sleep without
Good
any
job.
break.
So
he has a very sound sleep.
Sushri, make a plan for your child. First, always identify the areas he's looking for. Don't worry about he's jumping on the couch. He won't jump when he's 25 years old, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sushri, don't see all those things.
Sir.
Whatever your child is doing, it has nothing to do with autism. Either that is his age, or maybe he's trying to connect to the environment. So always intervene. Don't say, don't jump on the bed, beta. Or you jumping on the bed, let me hold you. Let me hold, you can jump now. I'll put the music on. Come on, jump, 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 jump. He can jump for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. He'll get tired. Then he will sit down. Once he sit down, take a book, sit next to him, give an ice cream to him, say, beta, lick the ice cream, run, run. I will. So you can play the game that you hold the ice cream, run around the house. He will run for you. He might cry, but he will run for you. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, give it a try with everything, and then write down the areas where he's looking for help and work on each and everything for every 3 months, for 3 months. And then if it doesn't work, change the strategy. Okay? Don't look what your child is doing. Take off the glasses. Every child will jump on the couch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are wearing the glasses of autism. So whatever your child do, you will see that through the autism glasses.
Yes, sir. Correct. Thank you, sir. Sir, one small question, just a small. Actually, sir, my son is now 5, so I'm going to admission for a school. So all schools have interviews and all. So whenever interview, he is very good in studies. So whenever in interviews asked a question, if the question is asked by a stranger person, he totally ignores. But the same question, if I will ask, then he will suddenly reply, and he will suddenly answer the question, because he knows all the like class standard 1 syllabus. He knows all the things. So in all schools he got selected because all the question I am repeating after asked by the interviewer. I am repeating that question. That's why he react and he tell the answer. But when any stranger asks, no, he is not responding that question.
Sushri, that's not the problem with the child. That is a problem with the stranger. Okay, so that is the problem with the stranger. You tell the strangers how to ask them the question.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that's not the problem with the child. Never point your finger at your child, because there is no problem with the child. The problem is with other people. There is the problem with the society, not you or not your child.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Your child is not going to change. We have to change. We have to make others change. This is one more core problem what we face every day. So always put a hand on your child and tell that my child is perfect. If there is a problem with my child, that means that is your problem. It's not my problem or my child. You have to do that advocacy for your child.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yes,
yeah. Good job. Thank you. Thank you, Shishi. Yeah. Next question, Harshali.
Yeah. Next question, Apu Kanchi. You can unmute.
Hi, sir. This is Mahesh here.
Mahesh.
Yeah, I have a query. Like after having any meal, he's passing potty. It's been from his childhood. Like he is now 32 months. He's from months also. He's having the same problem. Don't know. Do I need to approach to any pediatrician?
So he is going to potty only after having a meal, Mahesh?
Yes, Praveen.
So he doesn't go to potty in the morning or in the evening or any other regular intervals?
It's not a regular interval, but after having any meal, he's passing the potty in an hour or in a 30 minutes, he will be passing the motion.
Okay. One question, Mahesh. Is he toilet trained?
He's not aware, not yet.
Yeah. No, you have to. Every child has to start the toilet training after 1.5 years. Maybe once you start at 1.5, by 3 or 4, they will be toilet trained. So the problem is not the food or not the pattern. The problem is irregular bowel movements because your child is not potty trained. So I want you to either look for the strategies how your child can be toilet trained, or we have a technical document in the Autism Parents Hub group that how any child can be toilet trained technically by using a procedure. Like you'll have a pen and a paper, and what you do is you have to identify the urine and bowel movements of every day, and you have to start training him. So there is a procedure. You can go and copy and take a printout. So if you have any questions on that, you can text me or the messenger. What I suggest you is start the toilet training from, like today is Friday, right? So start from Monday morning. You prepare all the material needed for the toilet training to Saturday and Sunday, and then read all the information in the document. Start toilet training from Monday and try for 3 months and let me know if it is working or if it is progressing or if there is no progress. Then we can talk about any other strategy which it can be done for your child. It is not the problem. Any even adults also, once they have not gone to potty, like if the stool is sitting in the colon, when you drink a lot of water or when you eat a lot of food, that will put pressure and then people will go to the bathroom. But if the child already went to bathroom in the morning, things are not going to happen. So I want you to work on the toilet training from Monday onwards. So which will be like a March 1st maybe. So from March 1st, March, April, May. Give me a call on June 1st. How you have been doing that with the toilet training. Okay, Mahesh.
Sure.
Yeah. So always, Mahesh, remember, until and unless you break or you teach or you train with the sleep patterns, toilet training, doing his own brushing, bath, putting the clothes on, and identifying his needs of like where is the water, where is the food, who is mama, who is daddy, who are the other family members, responding to name, finger pointing, and responding with yes or no, like no, yes, at least these things. And then the fifth one is he has to identify the danger, the safety, where is his house. So we have to teach these 5 things first, and then make him ready for the school by 6 or 5. So, and then he has to understand the action words also: sit, stand, run, stop, jump. So all these things. So work on all these 5 areas for next 3 months, like doing a plan, depending on your child timings, abilities, and active part. Definitely there will be a big change, because once they respond to the name, the first thing is done. Like, there are so many strategies how a child can be responded to his name, and then identify the parents, mom and dad, and like, he has to go and drink water by himself, and if he is hungry, he has to come to you and tell. So all these things you have to work every day. Use the mirrors in the house, use the videos in the YouTube, use the pictures, do as much as you can with the toys. You don't need to spend millions and millions of rupees. Just like with 10,000 rupees, you can buy so many toys, small interactive toys. Start from there, and then give me a call after 3 months, Mahesh. Okay?
Sure. And I would like to share one thing. Like, after speaking 3 weeks ago with you, like his sleeping pattern got adjusted, a bit of sleeping pattern adjusted, and he is responding, like he's giving high five, and could see some changes in him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we are.
Yeah, good, Mahesh. Always see if you can follow the 23 points. There is a website called as therapystreetforkids.com, which has a lot of therapy ideas for fine motor skills, for gross motor skills. So which will help you, and you become a little, maybe you might not become a professional, but as a parent, you can do a lot of things at home using the resources in those websites.
Yeah, sure.
Read the 23 points again, and see if you are implementing every point at your home in the coming days. That will give a lot of a big change. Not only my child, I have given that information to several parents, and whoever really working on those with the dedication, with the commitment, as a long-term approach, that's going to definitely help the child and the family also. But it takes little time. The problem with us is, especially me or anybody, we have like expectations. We do for 3 days or 4 days, and 5th day something comes up. Maybe our relatives come, or maybe we get sick, and then the pattern will go away, and then it will be hard to come back again. But if you try to implement that, all the plans what you have for your child for at least 3 months to 3 years, you will see a big difference. You might not see 100% success, but at least you'll see that how you can be successful. So I want you to go with a plan, become a leader, and do the things one by one. Give your child more time to relax, more time to play, more time to be happy, more time to be comfortable. Don't push him too much. Don't yell, don't scream. You need only 5 minutes for every 1 hour on an average to interact with him. Catch that 5 minutes. Treat your child that he is in your world for help. Always see that you will be very positive. Don't see him that he has an autism. Autism is a diagnosis given by the doctor on the day 1, and second day it is not autism. It is help and support for your child.
Sure.
Okay? Yeah. Next question, Harshal.
Yeah. Daya, you can unmute and ask your question.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi.
This is Daya, sir. My son is 6 years old, and he keeps on putting everything in the mouth, sir. Toys, any object, whatever he gets in the hand, he keeps on putting in the mouth, sir.
Yeah.
What is the
Daya, I know the question and I know the answer, because this is a very for every 10 questions, the 4 questions related.
What happens is,
hello.
Yeah.
Can I ask one question, sir? Hello.
Hold on, Daya.
Yes, sir.
Please don't mute other, please.
Yes, sir.
Let me answer the question to Daya, and then we can come up with the next question. Yeah. Daya, what is happening with the child is, if you don't understand with the touch, if you don't understand with the smell, if you don't understand with the eyes, the next option is understand with the mouth, whatever it is. So what you need to do is make him understand whatever the taste in the world, in the environment, in the surroundings. So I want you to prepare of all the foods like lime, salt, sugar, honey, bitter, all kinds of taste. Put it in like a small glass jars.
Okay.
And make him taste everything, smell everything, touch everything, like a sensory diet. Okay. In the morning, you will have like, let's taste everything. So you put all those glass jars, put some honey in his mouth, let him see how he feels. And then give him a pass like after 1 minute, pinch of salt, very pinch of salt, put it on his tongue and see how he feels. And then take some sugar, put it on his mouth and see how he feels. So once you give all kinds of taste, and you have to write down what are all the tastes available in this environment. So write down everything, even little bit of chili powder, very, very little, so that he will see that the tinge of what do you call that, spice. So make him taste everything, and the same way ask him to smell cinnamon, ask him to smell lime, ask him to smell vanilla, ask him to smell chocolate. So his brain has to process his sensory system that, oh, I can touch so much of textures. I can smell so many of what do you call the smells or aromas, whatever it is. So make him do that for 3 months. And whenever he's trying to put the toy in the mouth, tell him that this is not the food. Food is, and then you have to put some pictures in the dining room that food items. So food items are to eat. Tell him that you can eat banana, but you cannot eat the toy. So ask him to, you sit with him if he's having a sitting tolerance with you for 5 minutes, try to interact with him. Can you eat banana? Yes. Can you put this in the mouth? No, because this is a toy. So use the words in a different way. Like, this is coffee, you can drink. This is a toy. Can you put it in the mouth? No. See, change the word. Change the voice. Let the brain understand that this is to eat, this is to smell, this is to touch, this is to play, this is not to put it in the mouth. So differentiate. Try that for like 3 weeks to 3 months, and let's come back there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Don't stop them, or don't keep saying no. Try to provide an alternative. Oh, are you hungry? If you are hungry, don't put the toy in the mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll try, sir, but I have to. Yeah. He's very picky eater, sir. Like he eats only crunchy things.
No. Daya, again, you're going back to the same thing. He is not a picky eater. You made him a picky eater. You have given him the options. If a child, Daya, for example, 5 minutes, Daya, we don't have anything to eat. We are on the street. Do you think your child is going to be a picky eater?
No, sir.
If your child is a kid who doesn't have mom and dad, he's living on the street. You know, we have some poor children living on the street, and they'll just crave for the food. They don't care what food they're eating. Can you show me one poor kid who is a picky eater?
No.
When you go to a marriage, sometimes people throw away the food outside, and there will be the street children who don't have the parents, the orphans, they come and eat that food. Do you think they're picky eaters?
No.
Yeah. So that is what we create the environment for the children with more complications, and we will always blame the children. No, your children are doing the things today, 10% because of their brain, 90% is because of parenting. Parents and the family and the system and the society. Because these are all the components which will impact on the child's behavior. Yes, Ethan, you have to do the same thing. Keep telling him like soap is not to eat. Soap is to wash the face. Because his taste is not sending a signal to the brain. Even my child did the same thing with the sand. He was eating the sand when he went to the park. So what I told him is, I have like a sand, we have the crystal sugar, we have the rice powder, we have the wheat powder, everything with the same texture of sand. So I started giving an alternative. Look, beta, sand is to play with the hands. Sugar is to eat. So try this and try this. So he tasted all kinds of same texture food with at the same time, and then after 3 or 4 days, his brain got a response that, oh shit, this sand is not to eat. This is yucky. So you provide an alternative.
Thank you, sir.
No child will eat things which are not eatable. They are eating it because their brain is not getting the signal.
Yes.
Okay, why some people drink alcohol? Why when some people drink alcohol, they'll spit it out because their brain have a different response. But some people drink alcohol, like bottles and bottles, because their brain works different. Like the same way our children, if they don't know what it is through the brain, then we have to provide alternative to the brain that you brain understand that this is sweet, this is salty, this is bitter, this is spicy. So you give the options to the child every day. Sensory is nothing but your body trying to connect to the environment with different senses. Some children will close the ears, some children will close the eyes, some children will close the nose. If they don't know how to close the nose, they'll scream. They will run away. They'll keep jumping. So this is the whole body has to connect to the environment. How? Introduce the environment. Every day, let us smell all these foods. Let us taste all these foods. Let us touch all these foods. So if you are giving 2 rotis for your child, don't feed them. You put those 2 rotis on the plate, let them eat, let them do whatever they want. But what we do, either we don't have time, or maybe we are worried too much, or we are very, what do you call, possessive parent. We'll jump on, we will take it, we will put it in the mouth. So he doesn't know how to use the hands.
Yes.
Let them use their body. So put a mirror, let them see himself, internal sense, my body, my nose, my ears. Let's do a game like, let's do a body parts game. Close your eyes, touch your nose, touch your mouth, touch your tongue, touch your lips, touch your ears. You do that game. Let them so this is my body. These are my body parts. I can do this. I cannot do this. I cannot. I want help. So all these things. So always look for a positive way of understanding, positive way of teaching, positive way of learning, positive way of helping your child. Okay, Daya?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
I'll
from
work on it.
Today onwards, I don't want to hear, Daya, if you think I'm really helping you, do not use the word my child is a picky eater.
Yes, sir.
Okay, some children will have some allergies. See, some children will have peanut allergy, some children will have soya allergy. That is different because they have serious complications with that. So you can avoid that. But this is picky eating only comes when you have several options. You go to a marriage function or a reception, you have so much of food, then you become a picky eater and you have so many options. If there is nothing and you are very hungry, you don't care what it is, you just go and eat it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that is what every child is different here. Do not give like for example gadgets. Most of the parents today will give gadgets to the children, and it will become not 1-to-1 or many-to-1. It will become self. Like they will just play, they keep play, they get addicted. Okay, so we are making our children more complicated or more trouble. Okay, yeah. Next question, Harshali.
Thank
you.
you.
I'll take one question related to this. Someone asked that if my child is not chewing, I mean, chewing is the problem. I mean, that is not related to sensory, but maybe it's a behavior. So how to help him to chew?
Oh, is that a question to me, Harshali?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have to go with occupational therapy ideas like how to do the oral motor exercises, and there are different types of foods you can try to make them the muscles or whatever this oral inside. Try with banana. Try with hard chewing foods like a chewing gum. You can try with hard candies. You can try a soft idli. So you have to try the foods of different what do you call the way of chewing. So you can try with ice cream. You can try with all the foods and do some oral motor exercises and see if he's any sensitivity to the food or is any sensitivity to the textures.
Yeah.
So you need to write the data for that, and you have to talk to the occupational therapist, or you can Google the ideas or the strategies how to make your child friendly to all the textures. Always try with a pinch of, like, if your child is not eating banana, and if you think your child needs potassium in the body, in the food, so you have to try with a pinch of banana, like just make him lick the banana. That's it. That's enough for that day. Next time you can increase the food. So introduce every food with a small amount. Do not say that my child don't eat it, my child eat this. You introduce every food, because nobody knows what happens tomorrow. So introduce every food, every taste, every flavor, everything in this environment to your child. Do not put any restrictions like this one, not this, we cannot eat this one, we cannot eat this one, this is not good. Until and unless your child has sensitivity issues or allergies, severe allergies, then you have to talk to the pediatrician, or you have to talk to the doctors. But when it comes to the parenting, what our grandmothers, what our grandparents has done to us in terms of food, we have to do the same thing to our children.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. A similar question on food. My son is always put hair in mouth and swallow. Sometime it was coming out by potty. How to stop, Priyanka? Can you repeat that question, Harshal? I don't understand that. Sorry. Yeah, Priyanka. My son is always putting hair in mouth and swallows. Hairs, he is swallowing hairs and that coming out of his potty. How to stop it? He's putting hair in the mouth? Hairs, yeah, hairs. So he's taking his own hair or others' hair? Priyanka, can you unmute and answer?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
He's putting hairs, other hairs, sir.
So who is giving the hair to him? Are you giving or others means?
Actually, sir, I am living in Chaul, and in our gallery, it's hairs and putting his hairs and swallows. What to do, sir?
No. My question, Priyanka, who is giving the hair to him?
Actually, hairs are remaining in floor. He take it and swallows.
So you are putting the hair on the floor for him?
No, sir. Outside.
Outside. So there is
Yes,
hair
sir.
outside of the house?
Yes. When he's playing in gallery, he takes hairs and swallows. What to do, sir?
Okay, then try the same thing what I told to
He's
Daya.
also taking thread or clothes thread and swallows.
Yeah, that is because he's, I think, looking for his brain is not understanding that is not a food. You have to keep telling him, and then don't always stop him taking that hair, and do like a reinforcement. When you take him outside, does he eat lollipop?
No, sir, he don't want lollipop.
He don't want lollipop. Does he eat candy?
No.
Anything he likes? He doesn't eat any food?
No, he doesn't want, even he don't like chocolates also.
How about ice cream?
He know, he like very much, sir.
Though when you go outside, put 2 ice creams in his hands and see whether he is going to throw away the ice creams and eat the hair. You understand, Priyanka? You have to provide an alternative. Distract him with a positive way, like give him a banana holding in his hand and see if he's throwing away the banana and eating the hair. And I want you to keep telling him that hair is not the food. That is the first thing. Second thing is make him taste all the things what I just told to Daya right now. Like taste everything, or like it's become like, make it as like an exercise. Every day, let him taste everything, let him touch everything, all the foods. So you have to make him explore all the food items. And then do not give his free hands that he can go and take the hair or something from the outside. Go hand to hand, make him distract. At least you do this for like couple of weeks and see how the things go. Okay, Priyanka? Yeah, next question, Harshal.
Yeah, next is Sushma. You can unmute and ask your question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Sushma.
My son is 6 years old.
Yeah.
As the previous question, they were asking about color sorting and identification of color. No, sir. My son is able to do the sorting of colors. He can match colors also.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when I asked for yellow color or green specific color, he can't do that. Since 3 years, I'm working on this. Till date, he's not able to do that. And even identification of apple and all also, sir. Like he can match apple to apple, flashcard to flashcard to the object, real object to flashcard, everything. But when asked to give me apple, he'll not do, sir. He's not so perfect.
Sorry, Sushma, have you tried with putting an apple and a banana, then asking him like, give me apple, can he give that?
He gets confused, sir, every time. Not perfectly, he will not give, sir.
Yeah, let's do one thing. Do you have an iPad or any Samsung tab with you?
Yes, sir, I have.
Sushma, give me a message tomorrow. I will give you some apps.
Okay, sir.
So that apps will help you. That is the first thing. Second thing is to build his confidence. What you need to do is put only one fruit in front of him, apple.
Okay.
Say, give me apple. So he doesn't have anything to do a processing. Is only one fruit there. He will give it to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do that 5 times and make a note like 5 times. He has done perfect. Next, put banana and an apple, little like maybe a few centimeters away, and then say, give me apple. When he's giving you apple, when he's looking at the apple and banana, tap at the place where the apple is. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And when he gives the apple, say, good job. What is your son's name, Sushma?
Abhijay, sir.
Abhijay. So Abhi, you have done a wonderful job. Now put the apple back, give me banana. When he's looking at what is apple and what is banana, tap the place where the banana is like this.
Okay, sir.
Let him build the confidence. What happens next is maybe he will look at you when the same question asks you, oh, are you looking for help? Hold his chin like this and say, yes. Oh, you need help? Very easy, beta. This apple is here, banana is here. And then ask your husband or any family member, sit behind him. And if it is an apple, tap on his shoulder on the left side or right side, or just help him. Do that for like a week and then give me a call, Sushma. Okay?
Okay, sir. So actually what I had done is, because he was getting confused, what I did is I was putting one apple, one vehicle, sir. So that
No. Okay. Don't do that. Put the same category. Always use the same category.
Okay, sir.
So you do vehicles, you do shapes, you do colors, you do fruits, you do vegetables. Start with one, add one more. Okay? Or else do something like this, Sushma. See, I have something here. I can show you an example. See, can you see this sweet picture here?
Yes, sir.
Put an apple and a banana and say that, give me banana. Show the banana picture. So he will give it to you. Put it down immediately. One more time, Nana, use that word one more time. Give me banana and put your hand next to the banana. So his brain has to feel a kind of a little comfort that, wow, my mom is not teaching me. Again, see here, Sushma, my mom is playing with me.
Okay.
Let's play fruits game. Let's play vegetables game. Don't make him sit and do the things like an activity. When you are doing an activity, you are not a parent or a therapist. You became a professional. No, I don't want you to do that.
Okay.
So every time he do, either you kiss him or hug him, or you praise him a lot, or once he do the task, he'll get a chocolate, or he'll get an ice cream, or he'll get a cracker, or he'll get a fruit. So put something like a reward program, an achievement program, and do always from the first place. Like if you want to teach apple and banana, start with apple, and then apple and banana, and then apple, banana, and pear, and then apple, banana, pear, and strawberry, and then apple. Don't miss this first thing, because apple is the first thing he learned. So always put the apple. If you can do with the apple, you can do with the strawberry also. So you more help. So you should feel that my mom is helping me. My mom is understanding me. My mom is trying to teach me the way that I understand. Not everybody's understand. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep trying, Sushma. It will work, but you have to keep trying in different strategies, in different ways, depending on your child mood and your child tolerance also. Don't keep pushing him too much. Okay?
Okay, sir. So one more thing also, like when it comes to body parts also, like clap your hands, stamp your feet, turn around, he's able to do, sir. But when it comes to show me your hands, show me your legs, that he can't do, sir.
Yeah. Have you used the mirrors at the home?
No, sir.
Yeah. Try put the life-size mirrors. You know, when the women, they wear the sari, they use those life-size mirrors to see the whole body, like how they look like. So I want those at least 5 mirrors in the house, in every room. And whenever you want to teach his body, his senses and everything, always make him stand in front of the mirror and do it, or else sit next to him. You also sit next to him. See, do this, Sushma. See, Mama is touching her eyes. Can you touch your eyes? So he will touch his eyes. Hold his hands, touch it. And then say, touch Mama eyes, touch Daddy eyes, touch your eyes, like that. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you do that first. You do that video modeling. I have told in several videos that audio modeling and video modeling are the best resources for our children. Don't tell them, show them. Always show them what you mean, show them what you want, show them what you want to say.
Okay, sir.
Like, don't ask like, beta, do you want to eat dosa or idli? Show the 2 pictures. Do you want to eat dosa or idli? Look at them. So he has to use the finger pointing. So then he will understand like, oh, when I show the finger in this picture, my mom is feeding me. So he'll get some confidence. Okay?
Okay, sir.
And then when you put all the pictures on the wall, next day morning, after 3 months, when he want to eat something, take him to the wall where the pictures are. Beta, it's a breakfast time. What do you want to eat? Then he will pick one, like a cereal or a sandwich. If you want to make it, you can make it. If it is not available, say, there is no sandwich today, pick something else. See, you are generalizing his skills to understand what you have and what you don't have.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay, so always remember, the more visual friendly environment in the house, that means more happiness to the child. I know that we have, I don't know how many parents are here. I can clearly say that not even 5% of the families in their houses do not have the visual friendly environment. That is what we are all here, keep talking about the same thing. If you put visual friendly environment, mirrors, videos, and follow the 23 points for 3 months, you will never get an opportunity to come into this Zoom call again and again. It will be one time, all done. I'm telling you one more time, parents, I have done this, and my son's autism is really, really different because he has apraxia, and he was born in 2006. We don't have these many technical resources in those days, but still he's happy today just because of the visual friendly environment I have provided for him in this house. He can see what he is going to do. He can visualize what the next thing coming up. Like we are going to a birthday party, I will show him the pictures. For now, we are going to the birthday party. We will have the cake. You have to wait for the cake and you have to wish happy birthday and you have to sing the song. Can you sing the song, beta? He will sing happy birthday song and then he will get ready. I'll show him that we got a new clothes for you because we are going to the party. And you have to wait. You have to behave. You have to listen. You have to be with the daddy. Okay? So you will see so many sounds. Everybody will be running around. And I will show him some YouTube videos where there are real birthday parties going on. So he will understand that. In the same way, beta, we are going to the movie today. When you go to the movie, you eat popcorn, you drink soda. So you have to sit in the dark room. You will see the music. So if you are not feeling good, tell me, we will go outside. We are going to the salon. He's going to do the haircut. Look at the scissors. He's going to do the haircut. This is a clipper. He's going to use the clipper. Use the comb. So if you want to take your child to the salon, don't take him to the haircut right away. You go first. Take your child. Go to just go round and round there for 1 minute and come out. So that, this is a new place. What is all this? And take a video. Come out. Introduce your child to that environment visually as many times as you can. Whether it is a restaurant or a salon shop or a movie theater or a shopping mall or a grocery store or a vegetable market or a family friend house or a birthday party or marriage, anything. You want to go to on a flight journey, visualize that environment for him, show him the videos, show the pictures, make him listen to the sounds. Okay, for example, when my son attended the first marriage in 2010, that was the first marriage function for him. You know what I did? I showed him several videos in YouTube, all those music sounds, people running around, everything. And then I did not take him to the marriage function inside. I just made him stand outside, look inside for a couple of minutes, and then we slowly walked in. See, introduce the environment in a friendly way. Like when you go to a job, how do you feel? Anxious. When you go to an examination hall to write the exam, how do you feel? Anxious. When you go to a new college or a new school or a new place, how do you feel? Anxious. But if someone tell you like, this is absolutely fine, no problem, walk with me, I will introduce you and you will be fine. See that confidence you'll have? Same thing. We have to do that for our children. When you go to the airport, when you go to the railway station, when you go to a new place, you will see all the signboards, toilet this side, exit this side, entrance that side. So we have to provide that visual environment in terms of pictures, not in terms of the words, to our children. Oh, this is bathroom. Oh, this is bedroom. And you put pictures on the bedroom door that your child is sleeping there. Like when he's sleeping, take a picture, take a printout, hang it onto the wall, on the door. Oh, this is the place where I sleep. And then put a picture like when he's eating the food near the dining table. Oh, this is the place where I eat. Oh, I'm eating the food. Mama is cooking in the kitchen. Daddy is driving in the car. Take all the pictures. It might be 500 pictures, but show all the pictures every day. Put it in a photo album. Mama picture, daddy picture, you are eating, you are drinking, you are sleeping, you're brushing the teeth. So show him. If he is not showing, just throw the pictures on the floor. Make him walk on the floor on the pictures. Let him explore. So provide that environment. We cannot keep talking about the same questions and answers every day. Oh, I spoke to Praveen sir, I asked for this question, but I don't have the answer for this. It is not working. No, it will work. If it works for a lion and a tiger and an elephant in the circus, it will work for our children also. See those wild, cruel animals. They listen to the ringmaster in the circus. Why? Because the circus environment is getting introduced to the animals slowly. They will get trained. Yeah. They will get intervened. So all these things happen on a scheduled basis, on a planning. So you have to do the same thing with our children as early as possible, because at the age of 2, since the developmental starts at the age of 2, so that is where we get diagnosed. So 2 to 6 is a one kind of set of age, category of age, where our children learn more and they will have, they'll listen to me, they listen to us. And after 6 to 9, whatever they learn here, they explore more. After 9 to 12, that is a puberty age. So they get into the teens now, pre-teens. Once they get into the teens, more challenges. So if you have a good expertise of your child until 12, you can definitely face these challenges and come up with solutions from 12 to 18, because 12 to 18 is not a friendly age for us. Any children, teenage, hormones, puberty, imbalances, balances, mood swings, depression, seizures, so many things will come up. But if you want to face those challenges, we have to make our child more functional, more independent by 12. That is the cutoff. And then 12 to 18, if we can hold on to it, like when we have turbulence or we have like a shaky, we have a roller coaster of up and downs. After 18, things will all calm down, and then our children will be more compliant. And then by 25, whatever all we talk about autism, all gone. They might be calm, they might having a very few skills, but we can make them work for us after 25. Beta, can you wash the dishes? Beta, can you fold the blanket? Beta, can you clean that couch? Beta, can you do the vacuum? All these things they can do. But they have to get friendly for us, and we have to become an expert of our children. So please, parents, forget about the question and answers. Take this as a place where to start. So start from today at least. And then make your home visual friendly. Visual friendly. I'm telling you one more time, visual friendly. And do not look at your children in terms of autism. Look at your children in terms of what are the areas they're looking for help, what are the areas they're looking for support, what are the areas they are struggling to connect to this environment. Is that the taste? Is that the food? Is that a play? What? So identify those areas, work on that, discuss this with other parents, and find a feasible solution to that particular problem for that particular child. It might not work for other children because every child is different, every parent is different, every family is different, every financial situation, the situation of the family is different. Okay, so we are all here to talk, to discuss, and share. Okay, next question, Harshali. One last question.
Yeah, Ayansh, you can unmute and ask.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, my name is Rajiv and my son is Ayansh Ranjan and he is now 9-year-old. The good thing I would like to speak for a second, like he is too good with numbers and mathematics and calendar. But in recent 1 or 2 months, I have seen that he is too much into calendar now and he is designing himself. Like in my house, the calendar is made by him and it is in 3 languages, in Hindi, in Punjabi and English, and all he has learned from him by himself. But now every day he's saying, January dekh mahina chala gaya, 2020 chala gaya, and he speak everything, how many months in a year. So whenever I'm talking to him something, so he keep on repeating on the calendar only. And,
yeah, well, what you need to do is, Rajiv, my question is, Rajiv, how does his communication work? Is he good in communication?
No, he is communicating need-based communication. When he needs something, he will speak. When I am saying, Ayansh, come here, he will come. But he will not respond to me as he should have.
Okay, so what you need to do is, since he is very obsessed and very passionate about those things, let him do whatever he wants. That's not going to give any extra pain for him. So you find out whatever you can do extra with those numbers for him so that it will be challenging for him. Try to give more challenges like, oh, you are very good in the calendars, right? Let us do this. So get some ideas in YouTube to see the magics you can done with the numbers. If you want, you can post that question in the group to ask for more ideas. So don't stop that. That is a strength of your child. So you don't need to worry about it. Okay.
Okay.
So I want you to add extra things for him, like activities. Can he play basketball?
No, he is only cycling. That's all. And swimming.
No. Do you have a basketball at home?
I have one small one.
Yeah, you keep playing the basketball. He'll come to you. Can he come to you while you are playing with the basketball?
Yeah, he will come, but his attention span is only for maybe 1 minute.
Forget about it. When he asks you something, tell that let's play basketball for 5 minutes. I'll give it to you. So try to get him into your world by adding an extra things like puzzles. Can he do puzzles?
Yeah, he's too good in puzzles. But he will say, when I will say, first we'll do puzzle, he will say baad mein. So he started negotiating baad mein.
I understand. I understand. But what you need to tell him is use the reinforcer. Like if you do this, you'll get this.
Okay. And one second.
Is he good in music?
Yes, yeah, he sings a lot. He sings too good, but he will sing only one thing. So he will learn something.
Then let's make a plan of everyday plan that from 9 to 10 you have to do this, 10 to 11 you have to do this, 12 to 1 you have to do this, 1 to 2 you have to do this. So make a plan for him, and then if he says baad mein, then you say that, then whatever you ask, baad mein. So try to interact with him in a nice way that you have to do this, Nana. Don't push him as a parent, push him as a friend. You become a friend for him, and your wife will become a sister, a girlfriend for him. So make things more interactive and make things more friendly. It's like you do the calendar thing, we will help you. We will also do it. You join with him while he's doing the thing.
Yeah, we try to join him, but he is too much of us. I mean, he has put one calendar in washroom now. Like he wants that calendar in washroom also. So he has made himself a small calendar of 1 page and he has pasted there.
Yeah. Don't that is good. That is, you also join with them. I'm talking about like let him enjoy that, but what I want you to do is you introduced other things also slowly, one by one.
Okay. Sir, how to stop self-talking, sir? This is something
don't stop.
irritating
You don't need
sometimes.
to do. You don't need to stop self-talking. Self-talking will go away until when he process that I can communicate with other people. So you have to start the communication in terms of comprehension. You and your wife has to write one-line stories. Mummy and daddy went to a vegetable shop to buy 6 carrots. Ask him to read that, and then you ask him a question like, where do mama and daddy went? He has to understand that they are asking me a question of comprehension, like mummy and daddy went to vegetable shop to buy 6 carrots. Ask him like, where do mummy went? He has to answer that question.
Okay.
Yeah, introduce the comprehension, one-line stories every day. Okay?
Here, what I feel now, here he just copy, read and copy that answer.
So if you ask him ki mama kahan gaye the, he will say mama kahan gaye the. If you ask him mama sabji,
that is nothing but, that is not self-talk, sir. That is echolalia. That is because he is not understanding that question.
Okay.
So what you need to do is put some pictures, mummy and daddy, and the vegetable shop picture. Tell him that mama, daddy went to vegetable shop, and you use a triangular method. You make your wife sit next to you, or you sit next to your wife, and then try to interact in a different way. Like you ask your wife to answer the question.
Okay.
And then ask him the same question. See how he responds.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine,
use the pictures. Use the like see. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
See, mama and daddy went to the vegetable shop to buy 6 carrots. So show the carrots picture, mama picture, daddy picture, and the vegetable picture. Sorry, vegetable shop. Okay. So ask him like, who went to vegetable shop? So he's repeating, right? Who went to vegetable shop? Instead of when you ask that question, your wife will say, look, when your wife will point the finger and say, mama, daddy. Okay.
Okay.
See, and then again you are repeating the question. Who went to the vegetable shop? And then give a pause. He will repeat, mama, daddy.
Okay.
And then immediately put this one more picture. What do they get from the vegetable shop? Mummy will say carrots. And then you ask your child, mama and daddy got, and he will say carrots. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Try this comprehension stories. Don't stick on to one story every day. Try with like hundreds of stories like this.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Like the sky is blue. Can you tell me, Nana, the sky is blue, like that? So he will know how to read. He will know how to process. He will know how to do the comprehension.
Okay.
But you have to take the help. You have to take the additional help. Somebody has to sit next to him and answer that question first. And then he's, what I am doing is I am repeating the same thing, which is echolalia, but my mom is answering the question and let me answer. Okay. And then when he answers, praise him, appreciate him, encourage him. Okay.
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 Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, Harshali, I think I'm done. I need to go for a meeting. Any other important question parents are really concerned about? I can answer one question now.
Kavita here from Mumbai. Can I ask?
Yes,
Savita. Yeah, tell me, Savita.
My son is 4 years old, and I am a bit confused which language should I use at home, because my mother tongue is Marathi. We speak Marathi at home. And while introducing any objects and things to my son, I use English words like apple, banana. And my elder daughter sings Bollywood songs at home. So my son picks some words from those songs. So I think he's a bit confused which language he should choose.
Yeah, Kavita, even for example, I live in US. And we speak English at home and we speak Telugu also at home. And what I understand is any child, whether it is forget about autism or ADHD or cerebral, whatever it is, they can process multiple languages, but they might not speak multiple languages or even one language also. So when you communicate with him, remember this, Kavita, when you communicate with him, use the same consistency. Like you cannot use every time an English word or every time a Marathi word. Generalize the language that he has to understand everybody's language. So when he goes outside, what language they are speaking. When in the family, what language you are speaking. So it is up to you. It is not with the child. The child can understand. I want you to make him understand the general language. Okay.
One more thing. Can you please provide us the guidelines for brushing and the toilet training one PDF?
Are you in the APH group, Kavita?
Yes, I'm there.
You go and search in those. There are like several strategies for toilet training, successful toilet training documents from other parents, and the same with the brushing the teeth also. You have like one thing doesn't work for your child. You have to use different things. So go into the group and search. You will see so many suggestions from other senior parents.
Okay. Even for non-verbal kids, those strategies.
No, it is nothing to do with the verbal or non-verbal. Communication is only once. Communication is, Kavita, you are non-verbal if I take you to China. Do you know Chinese language, Kavita?
Yes. Yeah, actually, he is not pointing as well.
No, Kavita, listen. Do you know Chinese?
No.
If I take you to China, are you a verbal or a non-verbal?
Non-verbal over there.
Same thing. Your child is non-verbal because he doesn't know the language, but does he know the communication? But you can communicate in China also. How? You will use the gestures. I want water, no, yes, I'm happy. See, that communication you have to develop for the child, but you always focus on the speech and verbal, all these things. No. Anybody doesn't need the speech in this world, but they need the communication. How the deaf and dumb children who has visually impaired and who doesn't have the speech, how do they communicate with other people? They use the gestures, they use the sign language, they use the pictures. I want you to develop that in the children.
Yes.
Don't stick on to my child is non-verbal, verbal. The verbal and non-verbal doesn't help. The communication channel will help. Mama, when the children, you remember when your child is a days old, when you go for the breastfeeding, how do they tell you that I'm full, or how do they tell you that I'm hungry? Mother can understand that communication. That is the channel we need.
Yes,
okay.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. No problem, Kavita. Yeah.
Do we stop here, Praveen?
Yeah. One more question.
Actually,
some parents
sir,
are
I have
raising
one
their
question. Hello, sir. Hello.
Actually,
hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can I ask one question? Hello.
I had raised my hand.
Hello.
Pooja, you can ask.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Pooja. Tell me, Pooja.
Sir, actually, I have a question. I have a son who is 6 years old with CP, with motor disability.
Okay.
Sir, actually, his memory, when he concentrates on something, he memorizes that thing very well. But his attention span is very bad. Rather, I should say low. And I don't understand how should I stop his rigidity and his less low on his attention.
Okay.
But when he concentrates on something, his memory is very good. Because if I give him to learn some poems in 2 days, he learns 5 to 6 poems in a day or in 2 days.
So what is your primary concern, Pooja? Tell me what exactly you want to do.
Is, that I want him to get into mainstream school, but due to his attention span, lack of attention span, I'm not able to understand how I should train him. How should I get him on track in learning his education wise?
Okay, that was a good question. You just pushed me into the corner, Pooja. Okay, so does your child understand all your commands?
Yeah, he understands.
Does your child likes music?
Yeah, he likes music. He knows word to word every song. Even if I will forget, but he'll not forget.
Because the thing is, here there is a conflict. Any child going to school is not depending on the attention skills, depending on the emotional separation from the parents. That is the first thing. So that is the first qualified thing for any child, that is my child be emotionally separated from the parents and from the house in the school for a couple of hours. So is your child ready for that?
I don't know, sir, because here where I stay, there is not much scope.
Yeah,
of such
so that is the first thing. And usually attention span is, what happens is some children will have very good attention span, but still they won't cooperate, Pooja. So I want you to make a list of the likes and the dislikes of your child. If like, see, my child likes music, my child likes cooking, my child likes cleaning. So, and then my child don't like this. So whatever they don't like it, do not introduce them, do not talk to them, and do not show them, and do not try to demonstrate it.
Okay.
If they like music, at what time your child will wake up every day morning?
8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay. Make a daily schedule for the next 15 days. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, going into the bathroom and doing the things for the daily toileting needs. It's done. 8:30 to 9:30, breakfast time. And see if your child can prepare the breakfast by herself or himself. Boy or a girl?
Boy.
Boy. So like ask him, see if they can get the cereal from the box, take the milk from the carton, put it in the bowl, put it in the microwave or put it on the stove and try to help them, guide them. You need to be there, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So once that is done, 8:30 to 9:30. So 9:30 to 10:30, give them an option of the like activities you have prepared. Like music, puzzles, book reading, any instrument, whatever the likes, like 4 or 5. Give them the options.
Like.
Yeah, 9 to 10. And then 10 to 11, free time. They can do whatever you want. And then 11 to 12, lunch preparation. Involve the boy in doing the lunch preparation along with you. Maybe if you are doing chapati or roti, ask him to do the dough and prepare the chapatis. It might not be perfect or maybe like a high quality. Just let them try, okay? And then from 12 to 1, maybe a relaxed time. Maybe listen to the music or just play with the toys, whatever you want. So make hold on, Pooja.
Yeah.
Hold on. So make a daily schedule plan of only the activities your child like.
Okay.
So from morning till evening, and do not feed or do not do things for your child and let him try everything by his own hands.
Okay.
When he's doing it, keep talking about it.
Okay.
Context sensitive based communication, like, oh, let's do some chapati. How many chapatis do you eat, beta? 2. Do you know what is the shape of this the ball, chapati ball? You make the dough. So keep talking about, let's make a circle. Do you want to try a triangle? Let's make a triangle shape. Do you know how to make the triangle? Let's roll it. So keep talking about it. Keep making him touch it, making him cook it, making him taste it. See, if you add more salt, this is what happens. And put some salt inside the mouth. Say, no, actually. So try to be interactive only in the liked activities the whole day.
Okay.
Keep appreciate him. Don't talk about the attention span. Don't talk about any negative things. You become a girlfriend. You know how girlfriends respond to the boys in the teenage? Like
everything, whatever he likes, we have to appreciate that.
Yeah, give him kisses, give him tickles, give him hugs, and let him do everything on his own, whatever the liked activities, because he's doing all his interesting activities, not the activities which you like.
Yeah.
So try that for 15 days and see if he's more confident than before 15 days or after 15 days.
Okay.
Okay, give him options, give him challenges, involve, interact, let him do things by his own, and then he will not get bored the whole day.
Yeah.
And then identify the strength of his, like whether he's very good in playing an instrument like a piano or a guitar, or and then when you want to send him to the school, use that school period, like out of 6 or 7 periods in the school, there will be one for crafts, painting, arts, music. So introduce him to the school in that period, one period at a time.
Okay.
For example, my son was very good in hand painting.
Okay.
So he will be going to I have to talk to the school teacher and then principal that this is my son's situation, and I will start the school, introducing him the school environment with the class, the activity he liked.
Okay.
So once he go into there and teach the gross motor skills, Pooja, like sit, stand, run, jump, all these things. Because in the school, you have to stand in the line, you have to sit, you have to stand, you have to go, you have to run, all these things. So make sure that he understands the generalized commands in the environment at school. Okay.
He's unable to walk and stand. So
no, depending on the abilities, forget about all those things. Then depending on the abilities of the child, you have to give that input.
One thing to add, sir. Once I give just last question. Once I give him any as a reward, if I give him music, if he has completed any task, I give him music for 15 minutes. If I take the music back from him, mobile back from your TV, he starts crying for half an hour, 1 hour. He doesn't understand that this is my limitation. How do I make him understand that your limitation is only 15 minutes, 20 minutes?
But when you are giving him, tell that put a timer.
Okay.
So once like 15 minutes, all done.
Okay.
When he cry or he hurt himself, self-injury, say add 5 more minutes. And then all done, take it off. Ignore whatever the behaviors the child will show for a couple of days. So what happens is the negative behaviors. Parents, we have a lot of weaknesses.
Yeah.
We always respond to the negative behaviors of the children. So what our children understands is like, oh, if I cry, mama will give me.
Yeah.
So if I hit myself like this, mama will give me. So you ignore those, say, all done. That is what I say, create rules at home, discipline. It is all done, all done.
Okay, sure, sir.
Okay, so always see your child understands your commands.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, try Pooja. Things will work. I have tried for my child, things work. Sometimes it doesn't work. For example, since Pranav is 16 years old now, and when he gets mad at me, I'm very strong, so he cannot come and hit me. So what he will do is, he will hit like this.
Yeah.
So what I do is, I always put some squeeze balls in his hand. So he will press the squeeze balls and he will just put the balls there, and then he will say, Daddy, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's okay now. Every 16-year-old will get mad on their dads because that's a teenage problem. It's not your problem.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, don't pay any attention to the negative behaviors, Pooja. Okay. But remember, when you want to introduce him to the school, introduce him in that period which he like and talk to the teachers.
Sure.
Don't make him sit in the maths class. Make him sit in the arts, paints, any physical activity, anything which he like.
He likes, yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Good job. Thank you, Pooja, and wish you all the best. I know how, as a mom, you have that kind of emotion. So call me or text me in the messenger if there is anything I can do with information related to the condition for your child has. So be positive. Things will improve in the future. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Pooja. Bye. Okay, Harshali, I need to attend a meeting for my office.
Okay, so actually parents are asking for those 23 points. I think parents, you can join Autism Parent Hub on Facebook and get access to those 23 points as well as potty training, brushing. And thanks to Anand, he posted the link for those points also. I will also post those points in our, so you can access that. And okay, so we can.
Parents, you need to prepare a list like this at home, so that you'll have the pictures, you will have the videos, you will have the everything, all things ready. So just prepare like this. Like today, tell about you. So your child has to tell his name, his age, his date of birth, the place where he live, mother's name, father's name, the phone number. So that is about me. And then I'll say, tell about your family. Oh, my mom's name is Mamata, my dad's name is Praveen, and my dad worked at Onsted Medical Center. My brother's name is Kritik. Perfect. I love my family. So if it is non-verbal, that's okay. At least they have to show the pictures. Can you show the family? Mama, daddy, and me, and my brother or my sister. So you have to prepare a list of things like this. Do it every day for the next 3 years. This is what 23 points are. You'll
So
have
can
all
you
the
just
details.
hold it for a second in front of the camera? I mean, everybody wants to see that.
Yeah.
Just.
So whenever Pranav is very active and very happy, I'll just take this and I'll ask one question: is comprehension or anything?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they are academically good, you can ask the timing, calendar, numbers, inventions, discoveries. There are a lot of things you can do. Okay.
Yeah. Much, thank you so much for coming and.
No problem, Arshali. Yeah. Set up sometime again next month and.
Yes, next month. Same. We'll do it and we'll do it this way only. Yeah.
Yeah. Parents, one more time, if I could not answer your question in this session, you can text in the messenger. You can contact me. Or you can join the group. Harshali knows about Autism Parents Hub. That group is not belong to one person. That is for everybody, and it is open. And you can post any question. We are all here to share our pain, emotion, and frustration. And we are all one family. No matter what religion, what caste, and what money you have, I don't care. We are all one family, and we have to do this journey lifelong. There is nothing like the kid is out of spectrum. The kid is recovered. No, all those are false and fake statements. Like autism is a lifelong condition, like the color of my skin, and I can color my hair, but I cannot color my skin. So be positive. Children is born in your family only for help and support, and your special needs parents means you have courage to deal this throughout your life, and do not get into the terms like depression, sad emotions. No, those are all for the parents who are weak. We are very strong. We are like soldiers, and we are born supported by the mother nature, and mother nature gave the children to us because we are the special parents. That is what we called as special. We have been appointed in this planet to take care of these children for the life. Okay, so we are the parents born for a reason. If you think you are born for a reason, give a hug to your child and kiss them and say, thanks for considering me as a parent for this life, for you in this special world. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Yeah, keep smiling and live longer. Don't worry about tomorrow, and don't worry about what happens after you. No, nobody knows what the answer for that. Okay.
I know, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Parents can join Telegram group also. Sir is there on Telegram also in our Rehab Foundation. Yeah. Thank you and good night, everyone.
Thank you.